So the Athletic has a story on the favorites to the next, Bears head coach. I know everybody wants Kliff Kingsbury. Not a great track record as a head coach.
No.
Need we remind everybody? Maybe a great offensive coordinator, but not a great track record as a head coach.
That's true.
And there was there. I feel like Hogan Johns I feel like it was who I was listening to on their podcast had their writer from the Athletic who covers the
49ers.
Commanders.
Oh, the Commanders.
The Commanders.
Okay.
And no, it was Arizona. Take that back. It was Arizona
Okay.
Cardinals. And before the Arizona game. And they actually asked about Kliff Kingsbury. I always have to pause when I say his name because I don't want to say Kliff Kingsbury. And he was not complimentary about Kingsbury as a head coach in Arizona. And not in the sense that everyone could tell you they didn't win, but that the team was in disarray. There was no holding players accountable. There were hardly any team rules. Players came and went. He was not a disciplinarian at all.
Well,
so as much as everyone's screaming for Kingsbury, like we need to really deep dive. Same thing with Thomas Brown. Why didn't he get any of the 3 jobs that he interviewed for? What was it? Did he not? I mean, his offense is going to look like Sean McVay's, right? I mean, you go in, you know that you're going into, they want to know what your plan is. What is your system? What is your, you as a head coach, what could we expect? I would think anyone who's interviewing for head coaching jobs already has their binder is done. Their iPad has their whole plan as a head coach. Here, I could tell you what our meetings are going to look like. This is what the schedule would look like. This is what my offense would look like. So where did it go wrong with Thomas Brown? Or what was he not convincing? What were people not convinced of with him? I don't know. I mean, I'd love to find out. Everyone, McVay talks glowingly about him. The Bears players talk glowingly about him.
Yeah.
So what was missing?
I would hope that any position, head coach, offensive coordinator, your binder, your iPad better be so ready with the way you're going to run things.
Right? Here, I could tell you the whole thing. This is how it's like when you're going to build a house.
Yes.
You're like, I have been collecting all of these images.
No,
this is what my plan is when I build a house. I know I want this. I want that.
Yes.
So
this is how we're going to make it work.
So Kingsbury is the favorite, according to the Athletic.
Okay. What are the odds?
They used one of the betting Borgata's sports book. So plus 250 for Kingsbury. Okay. Mike Vrabel is the second odds-on favorite, up at plus 400. Leader of men. He fits the leader of men.
Didn't that grow stale in Tennessee?
Right.
Okay.
I know. I know. Ben Johnson is the third favorite at plus 450. Joe Brady in Cincinnati. He's in Carolina, Buffalo. Josh Allen's coordinator. Okay. Thomas Brown plus 800. Aaron Glenn plus 1,200. I'm shocked that Brian Flores is plus 2,000. But I'm telling you, I would not be shocked if it wasn't Brian Flores that the Bears brought in.
You wouldn't be shocked if they hired him?
I would not be shocked. Now, Kevin Warren would have to convince George McCaskey that it's okay that this man who is suing the league, who is basically suing you and your fellow owners, which is a very tight-knit group, those owners, that's a tough sell.
That's a tough sell. I think it would have to not be Kevin Warren. I think it would have to be Ryan Poles saying, I believe this is the best. I think it would have to be a different voice telling George.
I think it would have to be Kevin Warren.
Convincing?
Yes, George McCaskey. Yeah. So Bill Belichick,
Oh, Lord. I'm too tired. Go ahead.
tell me what you thought about when you heard that he interviewed for the North Carolina job.
Well, every time I look at Bill Belichick, all I can think is your girlfriend is in her 20s. That's all I can think about.
Gosh, we'd have so much to talk about.
I don't know if I want to talk about that, Peggy. Come
He's
on.
the best, one of, if not the best coach in NFL history.
Correct. So what is this connection you have with this North Carolina thing? Because that just felt
I
like
cannot say
so out
who
of
it
nowhere.
is.
Oh golly, you.
I can't. No, I really
But
can't.
can you tell what?
I don't. So I am actually going to see this person tonight,
Okay.
and I will get as much info as I can. But I do know he was part of the interview committee for the North Carolina
Okay.
job.
So that was a real legit
It
job.
was a legitimate interview. I
Okay.
can tell you that. He was
He's also 72.
legitimately. So, which
He's
is
older.
why
Is that a big deal?
no,
Not to his
because here's
girlfriend.
the thing. Well, if you my thing is, if you hired a Bill Belichick, then Ryan Poles is gone because Bill Belichick's going to want final say in personnel, right? Could Bill Belichick be in the same room with Kevin Warren?
Oh, I don't think so.
I
don't think so. No.
I don't see that.
I
You have
don't
two
either.
alphas?
I don't see it because it's. I don't see it because it's. I get his resume. That speaks for itself. I just don't. That's not the Bears' MO. Like I just don't see them bringing someone in like that. Even same with Brian Flores. It would take so much convincing. I just don't see them bringing in that kind of person.
Let's go out to the phone lines. Freddie is in Aurora, and he's wondering if the Bears would actually pay for a head coach with a big name like that. Hi, Freddie.
Hey, how you guys doing this morning, this afternoon? How's everything going with you guys?
Good, thank you.
How are you?
Good. First of all, I do appreciate you guys doing all those shopping tips and stuff like that because real men will really appreciate that stuff. We embrace our insecurities and stuff like that, and we can take all the help we can get. So I appreciate that.
Good. Absolutely.
So I want to talk two things. I want to talk about this whole coaching scenario. I've been listening all week from work, and everybody is talking very logically about the coaches that they want and everything like that. But I mean, guys, I've been watching the Bears since the great Mike Phipps and Vince Evans and stuff like that. I've done this for a long time as far as, seeing the progression of the team. There's one thing that never, ever changes, which is the McCaskies never throw down the money that's needed for the quality establishment, for the management, for the players, stuff like that. I think that at this point in time, we can sit there and put any coach we want in there. I think right now at this time with this management that we have, everything's going to be a temporary Band-Aid, personally speaking. That's my opinion. I don't think until we get, the general managers right, just the way that we run the organizations. The Cubs didn't get a ring until they got their establishment right. And it trickles down to the players, trickles down to the performances. And then guessing right now, let's just say that any coach that we're going to get, they're going to come from a winning environment. It's going to be really hard to talk them into unless we give them ridiculous money for them to go ahead and come to a really, it's a circus show over here right now.
Well, here's the thing, like a Bill Belichick, Freddie, I agree with you that traditionally the McCaskies have not put the money down for a head coach that is demanding big money. So I do agree with you with that, which is why I don't think it's going to be one of the top names everyone thinks it's going to be.
I don't either.
But Bill Belichick doesn't need the money.
That's true.
He needs the wins. He's going after Don Shula's record. What team is more ready and closer to winning than the Chicago Bears? The problem is it would be a whole different team.
It would be
an entirely different team.
He's so, I don't want to say confrontational, but he's not going to mince words. He's not going to sugarcoat what's really happening.
Right.
That would not. I don't think that would feel good to the McCaskey family.
I also don't think, like you said, the really young girlfriend would go over very
I
well
don't think it's.
as the McCaskies
I
are
can't.
talking about this at Christmas.
I would love to know what her
Mom,
parents think.
Mom, Bill Belichick is interested. Well, bring him and his wife over so that I can meet them and talk. Oh, no, he doesn't have a wife. He has a girlfriend. Oh, well, that's okay. Bring her over. Well, Mom, she actually needs to get a permission slip to be out late.
I can't even. I can't even.
She would be like,
children her age. What is going on? I can't even. I mean,
right?
I'm not even a parent of that age, but I'm a stepmom.
Oh,
and
God.
I would just know.
Oh, my Lord.
Just immediately.